Welcome, welcome, welcome. Raymond, don't call him Ray Ray. I see you on the line too. And our hopes are see we have a few people pull up today. We do have some stuff to celebrate, and I'm hoping that we could post this community meeting on YouTube afterwards, because we're definitely going to be celebrating something, our accomplishments, which I've been really working towards since starting this community. So I got a few slides to go through. We have a tech talk that we're going to be talking about, a newsletter post for the month of, or last month of June. And also big shout outs to Raymond for being our Spotlight member for June. And we are actively looking for our next Spotlight member in July. There's a few emails out, but I definitely want to give everybody a part of our community a chance to jump in on the Spotlight, but we'll cover that as we go. So in terms of the tech hustle, who we are and what are we building here, we are basically empowering and elevating underrepresented individuals in tech, especially if you are interested in learning, developing. And yeah, we also use AI on the side as an educator, and definitely want to encourage you to follow along. It definitely gave a big shout out to our key members, our foundational members. Myself, my name is Bobby D. I've been an engineer for a number of moons, and always interested in talking about and jumping into conversations around AI, tech, systems engineering, software engineering, any of those topics. You can definitely come and holler at me. We also got my guy D Hustle. You want to say hi real quick, Darwin?
What's going on now?
Yeah, for sure. And then we got Raymond. Don't call him Ray Ray. What's up, Raymond? Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right, all right. And definitely to all our other members out there, like I said, we have something we're going to celebrate today, but definitely big shout outs to our key members of our community. Now, the thing that I want to shout out and definitely give everybody a bigs ups, and I don't know if you knew this, Raymond, I know D Hustle or Darwin definitely been following along, but we have reached our milestone of having 200 members in our community. So let's definitely give them a big round of applause. And actually, I'm going to pull up our screen here to show our community, because it looks like we had at least 203 now and a few people in the queue. We definitely want to celebrate this moment, and big shout outs to everybody that's a part of our community. And if you are catching this on YouTube afterwards, please leave a comment below. And yeah, I'm hoping that we can find you here in our weekly meeting on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, big shout outs to the whole community. We are working towards our next milestone, but yeah, 200 members, 200 members. Anything y'all want to add, fellas?
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we've reached 200. And yeah, thank you, D Hustle, for holding down the community. And for sure, we will be back talking about other posts on our community, because I think, Raymond, I want you to talk about one of our community posts that you had earlier this week. Now, in terms of our community, it's usually community meeting is broken up in two parts, where we'll have a quick tech talk where I'll talk about some tech stuff, talk about what we got going on in the community, and then obviously give anyone and everyone on the line an opportunity to talk about anything they're working on this week, anything cool projects that's come up, or if there's anything that they want to highlight specifically for us as a group. So I definitely want to make sure you all know this is a safe space and open for you all to pull up and yeah, continue this conversation that we normally have here on a weekly basis on Thursday. Now, in terms of where we meet at, we're on an online community called School. I did actually pull it up briefly for you all to take a look at our About page, but there's definitely some really cool options in terms of our community engagement and conversation you can find here on the community page, and definitely some of the activities that we have going on. Like I said, big shout outs to Darwin, big shout outs to you, Raymond, for posting. And yeah, in general, all of our members have access to, post and School. And I definitely want to encourage you all to jump in. Yeah, I don't know if y'all had a chance to check out D Hustle post holding it down for 4th of July. We definitely have a good time off. Obviously, we're already on the 11th, so we're moving forward, but you can see that we're always holding each other down and inspiring each other. It looks like I had a post over there the other week, or at least a few weeks ago. Myself and the team, we took a trip out to San Francisco to go visit LinkedIn's headquarters. We also swung by Google's site in the Plex Center and out in Mountain View. We also went and checked out Salesforce at the WeWork at the Salesforce Tower. And if you're not following along, I really do encourage you to check us out on our school platform, where we're actively posting on what we got going on. So encourage you all and definitely be a part of the community. There was a post that I want you to jump in real quick here, Raymond. I know that I seen you post something about this website. I think we're going to have it in one of our episodes coming up, but tell us a little bit about this good old gaming website that you posted here real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Basically, like I said, a lot of my coworkers are PC game heads. And they were always talking about like how Windows PC games are better than PlayStation and all that, but I told them to go to hell. But anyways, one of them mentioned this site, and it's basically like if you're an old school gamer, you can download a lot of the games for free with no digital rights or copyrights or anything. And they have newer games too, but like I said, I'm always trying to throw the free nuggets out there. So it's just a website where you can download games on your Windows, Linux, or Mac computer, and it's completely free.
Roger that. Roger that. Well, thank you so much for this post here. And I guess I'm more or less throwing in a plug here because I want you all to know that we are actively on YouTube. If you go to youtube.com/@thetechhustle, you can catch up with all the nuggets that Raymond's has, all the current tech events that D Hustle's keeping us up to date. And especially if you also want to chat up about sports, please come and check us out here on the Tech Hustles channel on YouTube. And actually, we had a new episode 41 released talking about our trip to San Francisco and one of Raymond's nuggets. But also, like I said, D Hustle always letting us know what's going on in current events, tech, and also in sports. So this is more or less a little plug, public service announcement. Subscribe, follow, and check us out on YouTube. We also have a Backstage with Bobby D segment that we're actually going to be, publishing even more content because we've definitely been traveling the country for our tech tour. And I didn't mention to you that we were already up in San Francisco, so we got a few things in the trigger ready to go off. And definitely big shout outs to all of our guests for Backstage with Bobby D. But check us out on YouTube. We're always looking to up our followers and subscribers, and definitely want to encourage you all to follow along. All right. Let's see if there's anything else popping up in our school community here. I seen Raymond also dropping some nuggets. D Hustle's giving our daily dosage of good vibes. So definitely thank you so much, D Hustle. And yeah, last week community update. I definitely let y'all know that we were going to be offline. But yeah, we're back at it. And yeah, for sure, come and holler at us. And yeah, big shout outs to our 200 plus members. I'm so grateful for you all following along. And definitely keeping us up on our toes about keeping up with our community and things like that. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about in tonight's meeting, before we open up the floor for a general conversation, is if you did not know, here at the Tech Hustle, we also run a monthly newsletter that we publish actively every month, and also a Spotlight member. You can see down there, Raymond, don't call him Ray, was our Spotlight member for the month of June. And we had a really cool post for the month of June in terms of just our normal newsletter. So I'm actually going to pull that up here for y'all to take a look at it. If I could encourage you to go and check out our newsletter link, you can find it on our website. So if you go to thetechhustle.com, and on our main page, you'll notice that there is a link for you to check out our website. And sorry for this WordPress bar up there at the top. I got to make sure I log out of that. But you can subscribe to our newsletter right here. And when you click on that link, you can definitely find more content. And actually, there's another button right there that I just saw, which is our newsletter. But in terms of what I wanted to talk about tonight, our June newsletter was packed with some really cool tech updates, where we're talking about, the uniqueness about AI and the growing demand for computing resources, especially at the data center level, and definitely want to encourage you all to check it out. Now, one thing that I did want to mention is that each member of the team, including myself, contributes to this. A big shout out to our staff writer, Jasmine. She's the one that's holding us down for all of our publications. And definitely big shout outs to D Hustle and Raymond for holding it down there. But more specifically, if you're really interested in hearing me talk about some of the challenges I've had, working in this field of engineering for as long as I have, and definitely talk about some of my epic failures, that's something that we covered inside of this month's newsletter. From failing my first attempt at achieving a certification called the Red Hat Certified Engineer, to the time that I wiped out a whole computer that was actually our backup server, and then obviously finding ways to recover, but learning from all of these lessons. Like I said, another topic that we always cover in our newsletter is around AI. It's always at the top of mind, especially if you're in tech, and definitely want to make sure that you all are following along. And then the demand, or the increased demand of data center resources around the world, and definitely giving you all options in terms of career paths, development, and just really understanding where during this era of AI, we can really find a way to upskill, as you all are developing these experiences or these skill sets around engineering, and not get left back because of AI. And yeah, we have Raymond Nuggets, where he'll drop some nuggets there. And then definitely D Hustle holding us up with some current events and news. So overall, not much that I'm covering in today's conversation around tech, but wanting to encourage you all to subscribe to our newsletter, tell your friends about it. And yeah, if you are already a part of our community, I know you get updates about it. But if you're not a part of our community, you're catching this video a little bit later, check us out at the Tech Hustle, thetechhustle.com, and then you can get access to all these resources for free. Raymond, I see your mic is open. Did you want to mention something?
No.
Awesome. No worries. All right. So this is a chance for us just to hang out. We have about 15 minutes left on the clock. We putting this meeting back to 30 minutes until we really get more people joining, so we can keep the conversation going. But yeah, this is a chance for us to have an open conversation. So if either of you all are working on something new, something that you want to bring up, definitely feel free to chime in, so we can keep the conversation going. So anything new y'all working on, or anything y'all want to bring up?
No, not working on anything new. Went to lunch today with my coworkers, and one of them was just kind of talking about the NVIDIA and AI and all that, how he's just completely completely just dumped all of his stock into NVIDIA, so he's just all in. So yeah, we
Wow.
were just kind of about that today. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So he showed me his Robinhood, and literally like 95% of his stocks are just NVIDIA. So
Yeah.
but
I got a
but
few shares. Do you have a few shares in NVIDIA at all?
now I need to get some though. So he
Yeah.
was telling me how I don't know, his father-in-law or something dumped a whole bunch of money into NVIDIA, and he's got a contract until it's gonna end like next year. He's lost $2,000, but he doesn't care because he's just confident in NVIDIA. No one's gonna be able to compete with them. So, but yeah, no, this is interesting.
Yeah, NVIDIA is NVIDIA. I don't even know how to spell it right. Or NVI. But yeah, NVIDIA is killing the game right now with AI, but more specifically being a hardware company. And the cool thing about it is, I think we were even talking about how NVIDIA was just a graphics card company for gaming and stuff like that. It's definitely have made some leaps and bounds from where it was a few years ago, being just a piece of hardware that was specialized for graphics. But man, I don't know if I would throw all of my investments in NVIDIA. I still would want to diversify it, maybe have a higher percentage
Right.
of my offerings in NVIDIA, but I wouldn't put it all in there.
I agree.
Yeah. And if you don't have any shares in NVIDIA, I would definitely encourage you to go get some, even if it's a few dollars. And I think that does Robinhood allow you to do like micro shares? Do you have to buy like a whole share or something like that?
No, sure.
What'd you say, Raymond? I didn't hear it come through.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can do micro shares. Yeah, I would definitely encourage everybody, especially if you're part of this community. We talk about, AI on almost every episode that we have in our podcast. And yeah, NVIDIA is always at the top of mind. If you're not familiar what company they are, you can check out their website, nvidia.com. And here goes an image of their CEO. He's out there killing it, traveling the country, speaking at different conferences, and definitely getting people to buy into his product and their vision. I think they're going to kind of shift into more software company for in the long run, because I think that's where they're really going to be able to make some bang for their bucks. But I think like next up for them is like robotics and stuff like that. Have y'all heard anything about like Tesla also jumping into the bandwagon with GPUs and robotics?
Yeah, I heard them jumping into the robotics stuff and they're getting into AI.
Yeah, yeah. So they are definitely making some massive investments in this lane here. But yeah, I still don't feel like there's I don't think there's any company out there that I would just throw in all my investments. Hopefully he can diversify it in the long run. But yeah, I definitely feel like you should have at least a few shares to hold it down.
Yep, I agree.
But that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Any other companies he was talking about that he wanted to invest in?
No, he's just kind of drinking the Kool-Aid right now with Nvidia, so just
Yeah.
just what we were talking about. So
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are drinking the Kool-Aid. But definitely, I mean, I'm not no financial advisor, so don't take my advice as final. It's more hearsay. But like I said, I would definitely consider diversifying. There's another chip company that I'm thinking about spending some dollars on is AMD. You heard of AMD before?
yeah, we were talking about that today at lunch though. He was saying that NVIDIA is so ahead that if AMD and Apple and Intel, if they don't team up together, that NVIDIA is gonna have like a monopoly. Like the chip game is just gonna be the government's gonna have to stop them unless like AMD and Apple get together. That it's just they're just too far ahead. I'm like, it's still early, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He's just all in on the Kool-Aid. He dumped everything into the video.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always enjoyed, utilizing AMD processors. They were big competitors for Intel. Low key, I'm kind of surprised that we don't mention Intel's name as much as we used to. But yeah, you are right. If they don't get their stuff together, they're definitely going to be left behind. Um, and if you notice something, I'm pulling up a few websites. Every single one of these websites always start off with that buzzword AI. Even Intel, even though they don't create that GPU, are touting themselves as an AI solution. But hey, in any way for them to get name recognition right now, I think they're really, really going to have to step up the game. I, yeah, I'm wondering, and maybe I'll follow up with this afterwards. I wonder if I can find a chart that shows like these chip manufacturers like their growth over the years, because I can remember when Intel, the site that we have up right now, was like the king of all or top dog of all processors and hardware. And I don't think that they're close to being a $1 trillion company compared to like Nvidia. I'm trying to figure out when did that transition happen? If it happened, at least a year or two ago, or is it something that's been, creeping up behind them as they go?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. There's another one out there. Let me see. ARM, I think it is. ARM. Oh yes, Supermicro. I thought I just saw it. Let's see. ARM chip. Have you ever heard of ARM before?
No.
So ARM is another one that's a kind of like it's a different chip style, which has like benefits of not actually having and utilizing so much power and resources. But I don't know how they're doing in the market compared to everybody else. Oh, here they go. Build the future of computing with ARM. Let's see if they mention AI on their page. I would guarantee they will. They're saying that they're the future. Yep. Computing foundation for AI and experiences. So ARM is one of those processors that are like the ones that you are started off in the cell phone era and now eventually moving into, running in data centers, and also maybe making like a GPU competitor. But yeah, you see how they focus. I'm sorry, not smartphones. They start off as a laptop chip, and then moved into smartphones and servers. But one of their main things that they provide is like, look at that. It says the smartphone runs on ARM based, 90% of ARM based. Oh, I apologize. They did start off on the cell phone lane. And now they're trying to make that jump into, more enterprise type stuff, but we'll see how they survive. So that's right there is like all the 4 head runners. Obviously, NVIDIA running it. AMD, I'd say AMD, I would say Intel is a close second. AMD, no, I'm not a close second. I'm sorry. NVIDIA is definitely a front runner. Second place would be Intel and AMD. And then the next one up is like an ARM chip that I think is a little bit far behind, but they're all competing for the same market share. But we'll see how it all plays out. Well, thank you, Raymond, for bringing that up. Anything else? Anybody else working on that they want to drop or mention or chat up about?
No.
Awesome. Well, definitely want to encourage everybody, at least if you're tuning in afterwards, to come through our community meetings are every Thursday at 6:00 p.m. We usually intro with, talking about the tech hustle. Then we quickly move into a tech talk where we talk about either something that we're already working on in a newsletter. If there's some kind of, question that comes in, we'll definitely spend some time bringing it up. And then we have an open forum in the later part of our meeting, just like we're doing right now. But yeah, just definitely want to encourage everybody to tune in, like and subscribe, and yeah, follow along. And if you haven't already, join our community and you're catching this on YouTube a little bit later, scan that barcode there. You can get access to more information. Obviously, this will take you to the techhustle.com's website. And that's where you can access some more information about what we got going on a daily basis. And yeah, big shout outs to our school community. That's like my big accomplishment, or our big accomplishment this week, or since starting the community, not this week, is having 200 members. And yeah, we're shooting for our next milestone. I'm gonna leave it on the silent part on what our next milestone is. But this one is definitely one that I'm really proud of, and I want to congratulate everybody for being a part of it. And yeah, very much appreciate y'all continued support. And I think we are at the end of our conversation here today, fellas. Anybody got anything else to throw out there? If not, we got about 5 minutes left on the clock. And yeah, we'll be posting this on YouTube afterwards for anybody else that missed it. Nope, not at all. Well, again, thank y'all so much for coming through, tuning in. We really do appreciate you all hanging out with us. And yeah, let me see if I can get some music playing in the background before I end recording. But yeah, that's all that I got for today. And yeah, I want to encourage you all to follow, like, subscribe,